Have you ever created a list before visiting an IKEA store and walked out with a lot more than the items in the list? It happens to me every time, but I'm sure I'm not alone in this, as many people fall into this trap. It's estimated that around 60% of the IKEA purchases are impulsive buys, and IKEA's own creative director has said that only 20% of the store's purchases are based on the actual logic and needs. In 2022, IKEA reported sales of $43.5 billion and hosted around 822 million visitors in the store and 4.3 billion at online platforms. But did you know that almost 6% of the IKEA revenue comes from its food court? IKEA's founder says, hungry people buy less. So IKEA started selling food to keep people hooked at the stores. And today, around 30% of the people visit IKEA stores only for food. And IKEA food makes around $2.5 billion in revenue. Today, IKEA has around 466 IKEA stores operating in 63 countries. And almost 231,000 employees work there. While many people know that IKEA is the largest furniture retailer, most people don't know that it was started by a 17-year-old boy in a storeroom. And hardly any people know that the IKEA is a privately owned company. And until 2015, IKEA had not paid any taxes for 40 years. In this video, we'll talk about the story of IKEA and see how IKEA expanded to become a billion-dollar company and the largest furniture retailer in the world. And though IKEA is famous for its furniture, there are more powerful marketing and psychological lessons that can be learned from this Swedish company. So, stick around. The journey of IKEA started in 1943, when a 17-year-old boy named Ingvar Kamprad started printing catalogs to sell the furniture. When people watched these catalogs, they liked the furniture, but no one was ready to buy it. And the reason was the furniture prices were too low, and people thought that either the furniture quality is not good or the boy is a fraud. So in order to fix this problem, Ingvar converted his storeroom into a furniture showroom. And now, people can come and see the furniture before purchasing. And this turned out so good that there used to be a line in front of the Ingvar showroom. And this was the beginning of IKEA. Years passed and Ingvar opened multiple stores, and as of today, IKEA is the furniture king of the world. But have you ever wondered that even after so much competition from the big retailers like Walmart, Amazon and local competition, how IKEA has come to this level? It started as a low-budget furniture shop and still maintains that tag. But how does IKEA do this? You know, IKEA follows a price first and design later principle. Whenever a furniture is designed, the IKEA designers follow the reverse engineering process and first price the furniture to meet the demand as per the region. And then they start building the furniture. And once the product is ready to sell, they monitor the sales and the behavior of the people towards the product. If the product is a hit, they will create variants of the product and reduce the price even further. IKEA follows the principle of survival of fittest while pricing the items. If the product's price can't be reduced further, most of the times they discontinue the product. But now you will ask that how IKEA maintains this low price strategy. Well, there are many things that IKEA does, but the main ingredient to meet this low price strategy is their flat packaging. After pricing of the furniture, when it goes for designing, the main component is the logistic of the product. The designing of the product is done keeping the manufacturing, packaging, warehousing and the transit in mind. This packaging strategy not only saves millions of dollars for IKEA, it saves hundreds and thousands for the customers as well. Customers don't have to hire third party or the IKEA services to ship and assemble the products. Packages are built so sleek that the customers can use their cars to load the furniture packages and assemble the products by themselves using the IKEA assembly instructions. Now some people might ask, what if I don't want to do this all by my own? So before answering this question, if you've enjoyed the video this far, please smash on that like button, and if you are interested to know more on the business stories, please subscribe to our channel and click on the bell notification so that you never miss a new video from us. Thank you. While the flat packaging is great for saving cost for IKEA and customers, many customers see it as a downside, as now they have to assemble their own furniture. And while IKEA has partnered with other companies like TaskRabbit in US and Urban Clap in India, for the people who don't want to assemble the product by themselves, but IKEA still wants their customers to assemble, to love their products even more. And that's what is called the Ikea Effect. And this phenomena is not new. This goes back to 1950s when our moms used to make the cakes, spending hours in the kitchen, and sometimes it used to take even more than a day. So in order to reduce this effort, a company named General Mills came up with the instant cake mixes. And now moms can just add water in these mixes and bake the cake. This was so easy and convenient, but this product failed miserably. Then General Mills did some studies and found that though the product was good, people didn't take it in a good way. People thought that it's an insult to the efforts that moms are putting in making the cakes, and now any company is coming and replacing it with cake mixes, and there is no ingredient of mom's love in this recipe. So now General Mills revised their own product, and instead of just adding water, they came up with a new product where moms have to add eggs, milk and oil in the cake mixes and then bake it. Now this product was a big hit and is still in the market. And the reason is that now moms are putting some effort into the cake preparation. And this takes us to the most important lesson from the human psychology, that no matter what the result is, if as humans we put effort in doing something, we will develop a value towards that product. And IKEA applies the same phenomena on their furniture assembly, and they termed it as DIY or do it yourself. When customers are putting efforts in loading and unloading the products from IKEA to their homes and then doing the assembly, in the end they will value this product. And once they develop this value system, they will repeat it, and IKEA will benefit from the increased sales. IKEA uses the most powerful psychological tactics to exponentially increase their sales and make them stand apart from their competitors. One such strategy that IKEA uses for pricing their products is called the Decoy Effect. The Decoy Effect says that the customers change their preferences between two options when they are presented with a third option, which acts as an unattractive option only to make the second option look extremely good. So understand this with a simple cabinet example from IKEA, where IKEA places 3 cabinet options for you. The first cabinet costs $60, the second one costs $90, and the third one costs $95. The first one is a small cabinet with small space, has a smooth movement, and is built with ordinary material. The third one is a large cabinet with large storage and premium handles, built with premium material and comes with a complimentary compartment that is worth $10. And then there is a second option, which is as large as the third one but built with the ordinary material and has no premium handles and no complimentary compartments. So this second option doesn't have a value for money as compared to the third option, and here it acts as a decoy. And on one hand, it makes the third option look like an amazing deal, it also makes option 1 look great. Studies have shown that the decoy effect can increase the retail sales by as much as 14%. And IKEA uses this phenomena in many of its products to increase its sales. When retailers design their stores, they make sure that the floor plan is easy to navigate and the products are easily exposed to the customers. But IKEA goes one step further. I'm sure you must have seen the one-way path in the IKEA stores, which lead us to experience the entire store, starting from their second floor living room furniture to the workspace and then kitchen tour towards the dining, bedroom and kids room designs, which then takes us to the first floor home decor and the lighting section. IKEA makes the design of the store in such a way that it makes us forget the main items of our original planned list and we get lost in the IKEA maze. While designing the IKEA stores, they not only does the analysis of all their sections, they also check their most and least sold items and then create the sections such that the least sold items get more exposure. This psychological effect is called the Gruen effect and leads towards impulsive buying. On top of this, IKEA uses the familiar positioning of the items as it's in our homes. They place mirrors in between so that we can see ourselves in those mirrors and get a feeling of belonging in that place. In between the sections, they place the cheaper items like light bulbs, pillows, slippers and some toys and teddies for kids to buy. And though these are low margin items for IKEA, if you multiply it by the times these items are sold, it becomes a huge amount. Also, the IKEA food court adds more volume in the customer spending. And though IKEA food court runs on no margin to very low margin, it adds almost $2.5 billion in their annual revenue. According to a study on shoppers, researchers found that those who ate at the food court spent 2 times more on the home furnishings than those who didn't. Despite being the market leader in the furniture business, IKEA has been in many controversies. IKEA has been criticized for its wood sourcing practices. IKEA has faced allegations of financing the governments to get the illegal timber wood from the forest. IKEA was also criticized after a few incidents were reported of the IKEA's mom chest tipping over, which resulted in the injuries for young kids. In fact, 2 deaths were reported in 2014, after which IKEA, along with the US Consumer Product Safety Commission, issued a warning to secure the drawer chest firmly to the walls. IKEA has also been criticized for biased branding and advertising, including not depicting women in its instruction booklets. Apart from all this, many people and small businesses have criticized IKEA for not paying enough taxes. In 2015, IKEA paid the taxes for the first time after a 40-year-long Swiss tax exile. In order to avoid wealth taxes in Sweden, Kamprad moved from Sweden to Switzerland in 1973, where he spent 40 years building the IKEA empire. If you don't know, Switzerland is a well-known European tax haven where federal income tax does not exceed 11.5%, and the wealth tax also varies around 1% depending on the Swiss canton. Hence, Kamprad was obligated to pay significantly lower taxes than he would have paid in Sweden. Apart from all this, IKEA channels the money through the non-profit Igna Foundation, which is owned by a trust company. Although, it's a very simplified explanation of the overcomplicated legal structure of the company. As per company officials, this structure is designed to protect the control of the company from outside parties. But knowingly or unknowingly, everyone knows that it's for tax avoidance. And it makes IKEA the third largest charity in the world, which is only 30% smaller than the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Well, that's about Ingvar Kamprad and IKEA business. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. If you have enjoyed this video, please do like it. If you are new here, please subscribe to our channel and help us grow. We are trying to bring more amazing business stories to you. If you are subscribing to the channel, please comment I subscribed and I'll reply to all of you. And with that said, I shall catch you in the next one. Thank you and have a nice day.